Hello, namaste dear students. This is the part 2 of our topic making of constitution. And in the part 1 we already discussed about the years, important years regarding the making of constitution. And we are going for a quick revision of part 1. I am Dr. Veena Shantanu. I am a GS mentor. You can contact me through my email address sss.shantanu@gmail.com. So coming to the making of our constitution. So I already told you as first part you have to study the years. Just years only and the important points regarding that years. And the years for this particular making of constitution starts from 1934 and till 1950. Okay, so in 1934, Manevendranath Roy said India needs a constitution. In 1935, INC officially demanded a constituent assembly, but it was ignored by British till 1940. Then in 1938, Jawaharlal Nehru made a statement, and 1940, August offer came, but it approved the demand of Constituent Assembly, but it was in principle only. 1942 Cripps Mission, they promised a Constituent Assembly after World War II. Muslim League wanted 2 Constituent Assemblies, but in 1946 Cabinet Mission promised to have this Constituent Assembly immediately. That is, the election is going to be held soon, but they rejected the 2 Constituent Assembly concept of Muslim League. 1946, this July-August election happened. September, interim government was formed. December, 4 things are there. December 6, 9, 11 and 13. December 6, Constituent Assembly came into being. December 9, first sitting of Constituent Assembly. That you remember, Sachdanta Sinha was the temporary president. December 11, Dr. Rajendra Prasad became the permanent president of Constituent Assembly. December 13, objective resolution was proposed by Jawaharlal Nehru and it became the preamble of Indian Constitution. Okay. 1947, January 22nd, objective resolution was passed. June 3rd, Mountbatten Plan or June 3rd Plan. July 22nd, national flag was adopted. That is, I already told you, before independence, we adopted our national flag, and after independence, we adopted our national anthem and national song. August 15, we got independence. August 29 is an important date. 1947, August 29, drafting committee, Constitution drafting committee was formed. Its chairman was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So this 1947 year is very easy to remember. That is J.A. Ja. That is J.A.A. Okay. So next is 1948, February 1st draft of Constitution was completed. November 1st reading. 1949, October 2nd reading. November 26th 3rd reading. And November 26th is very important. Third and final reading of Constitution happened. And Constitution was adopted and passed by Constituent Assembly. 1950, Jan 24, final session of Constituent Assembly. National anthem and national song was adopted. Jan 26, Indian Constitution came into being. That is day of commencement of Constitution. So this much we learned, and also then 395 articles were there, 22 parts were there, 8 schedules were there. Now it is 395 became 448 plus, 22 parts became 25 parts, 8 schedules became 12 schedules. So you already dealt with this amendment. What is an amendment? It's an alteration or addition. And composition of CA, that is Cabinet Mission has assured only 3 categories inside Constituent Assembly, that is General, Muslims and Sikhs. But Indian National Congress made sure that all other communities also get representation in Constituent Assembly, that is Parsis, Indians, Indian Christians, scheduled castes, scheduled tribes. And almost every important leaders were there inside the Constituent Assembly except Mahatma Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru. So this is a reading. First reading 48, second and third reading 49. So now we are going to details regarding this Constituent Assembly. So first, you already told that this Constituent Assembly, even though we made the demand of Constituent Assembly, it was not at all accepted but ignored by the British. And in 1940, through August offer, they accepted, they approved the demand, but it wasn't, even though it was in principle. What is this August offer? August offer was an offer made by Viceroy Linlithgow in 1940. 2 important points. What were the promises given by British? The expansion of Executive Council of Viceroy of India to include more Indians. The establishment of an advisory war council, giving full weight to minority option, the recognition of Indians' right to frame their own constitution. This is the point we have to study here in the point of view of polity. So through August offer, we got this promise that recognition of Indian rights to frame their own constitution after the end of the World War II. In return, What British was expecting was that they hoped all the parties and communities in India would cooperate in Britain's effort in World War II. Okay, but however, you already know this August Offer was in principle only. It was not made into practical. This proposal was rejected by Congress. Why Congress rejected this proposal? This is a question for you in modern India, as the minorities, especially the Muslim League, were assured that no constitutional scheme was acceptable to the government without their agreement. That is providing a veto power to Muslim League. But this was not at all acceptable to Congress, giving veto power to minority groups. So this August Offer gave this veto power to Muslim League. Nehru said dominion status concept is dead as a doornail, because what we need now is Purna Swaraj, that is complete independence. Gandhi said the declaration had widened the gulf between nationalist and British rulers. So what is the response to August Offer by the prominent leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru? Nehru said the dominion status concept is dead as a doornail. Gandhiji said it has widened the gap between nationalist and British rulers, and also it gave veto power to Muslim League. The Muslim League accepted the offer as it gave a clear assurance that a separate Pakistan would be established. So through August Offer, they got a hope that Pakistan can be established. Next came the Cripps Mission. The Cripps Mission was a failed attempt in late March 1942 by the British government to secure full Indian cooperation and support for their efforts in World War II. So you know that World War II ended in 1945, right? So they are expecting participation of Indians. The mission was headed by senior minister Sir Stafford Cripps. He is also included in the cabinet mission. Okay, Cripps belonged to the left-wing Labour Party, traditionally sympathetic to Indian self-rule, but also a member of the coalition war cabinet led by Prime Minister Winston Churchill, who had long been the leader of the movement to block Indian independence. So Winston Churchill was there to block Indian independence. So he can't directly ask Indians for the cooperation in World War II. So he sent Stafford Cripps. He is sympathetic to Indian independence. So he was sent. Congress moved towards the Quit India movement because you already know there is a thing, 1905, that was the era of Swadeshi movement. 1920s was the era of non-cooperation movement. 1930s were the era of civil disobedience movement, and 1940s were the era of what? Quit India movement. So Congress was moving towards the Quit India movement, where it refused to cooperate in the war effort. In response, the British, because the British were forced to give the promise of Constituent Assembly, British imprisoned practically the entire Congress leadership for the duration of the war. Jinnah and the Muslims, to whom Cripps had offered the right to opt out of a future union, supported the war effort and gained in status in British eyes. So here, almost all Congress leaders were inside the prison, but Muslim League openly supported British. Okay. So next is the cabinet mission. During this Cripps mission, this Muslim League demanded this to Constituent Assembly, but no decision was made. In 1946, cabinet mission came to India. I already told you. The Stafford Cripps was also a member of cabinet mission. It was composed of 3 cabinet ministers of England. That's why it is called cabinet mission. You have to learn the names of these 3 persons. It's important for modern India as well as polity. So Patrick Lawrence, Secretary of State for India; Stafford Cripps, President of the Board of Trade; Alexander, the First Lord of Admiralty. Okay, so this is not so important. This is important. Patrick Lawrence, Stafford Cripps, and Alexander. The mission arrived on March 24, 1946. So Cripps mission was in March 1942, and cabinet mission was in March 1946. The objective of this mission was to devise a machinery to draw up a constitution, because they promised during the Cripps mission that after the war, definitely Indians will be given the constitution. For making the constitution, first Constituent Assembly will be selected. So after the war, that is 1945, the war got ended, and after the war in 1946, the main objective of cabinet mission was to draw up the constitution of independent India, make arrangements for interim government. These 2 were the main objectives of cabinet mission. What was that? 1, constitution; next, interim government. So for both these things, a single election was held in July-August of March. Cabinet mission arrived. July-August election was held, and some members were elected for Constituent Assembly, and from the elected members, some were selected for interim government. So elections to Constituent Assembly, the strength you have to study. Total strength of Constituent Assembly was 389. This 389 includes 296 from British India and 93 from princely states. In this 296 British India, 292 belongs to 11 governors provinces and 4 belongs to 4 chief commissioners provinces. So total 389. It can be divided into 296 and 93. 296 can be again divided into 292 and 4. So 292 means from the 11 governors provinces and 4, that is 4 chief commissioners provinces, and 93 belongs to the princely state. So what do you mean by this 11 governors province and 4 chief commissioners province? It means this 11 governors province include this Madras, Bombay, Madras, Bombay, UP, Bihar, central provinces, Orissa, Punjab, Northwest Frontier Province, Sindh, Bengal and Assam. These are the 11 governors province. And what are the 4 chief commissioners province? That you can learn in this order: A, B, C, D. That is, A stands for Ajmer, Merwara, MERWAR, Merwara, and B stands for British Balochistan, C stands for Coorg, and D stands for Delhi. This you can learn very easily. 4 governors province, 4 chief commissioners province, that is Ajmer, Merwara, British Balochistan, Coorg and Delhi. And the 11 governors province also you can learn in an easy manner. That is just you have to draw the map of India. This is Rajasthan and India, this kind of map, and we can easily mark the following over the map. That is, first one is Madras. Okay, you know this is Madras, and almost here is the Bombay, and this is the UP, this is Bihar, and here comes the central province. This is Bihar, central province. And next is Orissa. Here is Punjab, Northwest Frontier Province, Sindh, and here is Bengal, and almost here is Assam. Okay, so you have to mark it on the map. Then you can study it very easily when you divide this into 4 quadrants. For example, in the western part there is Northwest Frontier Province, Punjab and Sindh, and here it is UP, Bihar, Bengal, Orissa, and Assam, Bengal and Orissa. South there is Bombay and this one Madras, and the central there is central province. It's very easy to study if you have mind to study that. And the thing is that 93 princely states was not participating in the election. They were not at all interested in this constitutional assembly affair. So there was only 296 people, 296 strength in Constituent Assembly elections. Elections of the Constituent Assembly held only for 296 seats as the princely states decided to stay away from the Constituent Assembly. So INC got 208 seats and Muslim League got 73 seats. Small groups and independents got 15 seats. But during the meeting, the Muslim League was not participating. So obviously the strength will again diminish. What was this objective resolution? It was by Jawaharlal Nehru. He moved this on, you already know, December 13, 1946 and passed on Jan 22, 1947. The objective resolution provided the philosophy and guiding principles for the framing the constitution and later took the form of preamble of Constitution of India. It's very important. Preamble came from that. This objective resolution became preamble of Indian Constitution. First is provide the philosophy and guiding principles for framing of Constitution. Later it became the preamble. It highlighted the objectives and laid down the national goals. It's very important. Objective resolution can be. So next is the Constitution Drafting Committee. The most important committee is the Constitution Drafting Committee. Chairman of Constitution Drafting Committee is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and you know the date is very important. In August 29, 1947, the CDC was formed, and in Constitution, total 22 committees are there. And in this 22 committee, 13 committees are the most important committee, and among these 13 committee, the most important. So 22 committees are there, important 13 committees are there, and the most important one is C. And CDZ is headed by none other than Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and it is a 7-member committee, including the chairman, including B.R. Ambedkar. So the other members are N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar, number 2 is Muhammad Sadullah, number 3 is Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, number 4 is K.M. Munshi, number 5 is B.L. Mittar, and number 6 is Dr. D.P. Kaitan, and the 7th one is obviously Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. But this B.L. Mittar was later substituted by N. Madhava Rao because this Mittar resigned due to health issues. Dr. D.P. Kaitan was later substituted by T.T. Krishnamachari because Dr. D.P. Kaitan died in 1948. So you got it, no? It's not total 9 members. It's total 8 members only, including the chairman. The other members are N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar, Muhammad Sadullah, Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, K.M. Munshi, B.L. Mittar, and Dr. D.P. Kaitan. B.L. Mittar was substituted by N. Madhava Rao, and D.P. Kaitan was substituted by Krishnamachari. B.L. Mittar resigned due to health issues, and D.P. Kaitan died in 1948. So this is the information regarding this Constitution Drafting Committee. So this was about the making of Constitution, and hope it's very easy for you to understand the things I told you. So always remember this thing. Don't study it in a hurry. Just study it in a 2 or 3 ways things. First, just go through the years. Make sure that these years are stamped on your brain, inside your brain, and next go to the details of each thing. Whether it is August Offer, Objective Resolution, Cabinet Mission, Krebs Mission, whatever it is. Then again, don't forget to recall. Don't forget to recall what you have studied. So it's a formal statement by Neil Armstrong. It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Okay. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe, like, comment, and subscribe my channel. And if you have any queries, you can put it in the comment section also. Please do subscribe. Thank you. Thanks for watching once again.